When talking about how much Jeff Bezos makes every second, there's actually a few things to consider. For starters, are we talking about how much he makes off his salary at Amazon? Or are we basing this off his net worth? Also, what day are we talking about specifically? Because as many of you out there know, Mr. Bezos' net worth fluctuates daily and can drop or raise tens of millions of dollars month to month or year to year. So let's get one thing straight right off the bat, because we've seen you in the comments. You love to give us a hard time when it comes to exact numbers regarding wealth on our videos. Well, these are simply going to be rough estimates based off data that we are taking from the time of making this video. We're just having some fun here. After all, in July of 2021, Mr. Bezos' net worth jumped a record $13 billion in one day. This was according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index. Just why did this jump happen? Well, turns out that Amazon shares spiked 8% that day after a Goldman Sachs analyst raised his price target for the company. And with all that out of the way, let's get into the fun stuff. How much does Jeff Bezos make each time the second hand clicks by one notch on the clock? Well, basing this off of his net worth and not his salary, he'd be looking at just around $3,700 every second. That's right, folks. Every single second, another $3,700 go into Jeff Bezos' pocket. But why stop there? What about every minute? That's roughly $143,000 for the Amazon creator. How about every hour? It's just about $8.6 million. Each day, that jumps to $205 million. Every week, it's $1.44 billion. And finally, each month, that's around $6.25 billion bucks. In fact, another way to think about these numbers is to imagine Mr. Bezos wants to buy one of the most beautiful and expensive electric cars on the planet, the 2020 Aston Martin Rapide E. It's a $255,000 car that will reach 60 miles per hour in less than 4 seconds and crack top speeds of 155 miles per hour. To buy this baby, Jeff Bezos simply would have to work for about 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes, folks. Y'all keeping up so far? Good, because believe it or not, we're just getting started. All these numbers seem well and good when you take into account the massive net worth of Mr. Bezos. But once you look at his yearly salary from Amazon, things look a little different. Mr. Bezos gets a yearly paycheck from Amazon for $81,840, a number that has remained unchanged since 1998. Now, we should say that on top of this, Bezos gets what is called additional compensation, which is a professional way of saying that his total income from Amazon is actually $1,681,840. When we break that number down, it looks a little something like this. Each second, Bezos makes just around 5 cents. Each minute, $3.20. Every hour, that's $192. Each day, around $4,600. Every week, he's getting about $32,000, and each month he gets around $140,000. Still quite good, we have to say, especially when you consider these next statistics. See, the average American makes just a bit less than Jeff Bezos. Just a bit. Recent statistics say that Americans are making on average $990 per week in the second half of 2021. That comes to just about $141 a day, $5.80 an hour based on a 24-hour day, 9 cents a minute, and 0.0016 cents a second. Starting to feel like you are just a bit underpaid? Thinking it may be time to change careers? Well, maybe taking some notes from Jeff Bezos and some of the other billionaires of the world wouldn't be such a bad thing. See, we mentioned before that it's not Mr. Bezos' salary that makes him so massively wealthy, it's his Amazon stock. If you didn't know, Bezos owns 10.3% of all the shares of Amazon. When they do well, he does well. Get it? The answer is simple, folks. Stop buying all those skins in Fortnite. Stop splurging on the latest iPhone so you can record TikToks. Get your money to work for you and invest it. Before you know it, you may see some rather incredible results. Elon Musk is another man you can look to as an example of holding the stocks you believe in. He owns 170 million Tesla shares outright. In his other company, SpaceX, which has been valued in 2021 at around $74 billion, Elon reportedly has about 48% stake in the company. That's a lot. No wonder he is worth $186.8 billion at the time of writing this video. We want to wrap up our video with one final statistic that is definitely one that puts the world of billionaires into perspective. See, when you're a part of the 1%, you really don't think of money the same way that the rest of us do. When you're Jeff Bezos, for instance, you spend more money than most of us will see in our lifetimes, the same way that the rest of us, normal average Joes, spend $1. A Yahoo think piece described what they thought was the equivalent of us normal folks spending $1 based on our average net worths to Jeff Bezos spending the same percentage based on his net worth. And they found that Bezos could spend $1.7 million just as easily as the average person can spend a single $1 bill. Kind of incredible, huh? Really puts all this super wealth into perspective, doesn't it? But we don't want to leave you on a note of jealousy here. Bezos does try to give back, and to make the world a bit of a better place than he left it, before he leaves it literally in his Blue Origin rocket, that is. Bezos reportedly has donated $200 million to support the Smithsonian Institution's National Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C. He has also pledged to give $10 billion to help combat climate change through the Bezos Earth Fund. He hasn't given that much yet, but don't you worry, he's well on his way. Recent reports say that he has already donated $791 million, and that this initial donation is just the beginning. Looks like all that money he's making per second is going to good causes.